And episode 251, We Made It podcast, the most hated We Made It.
The most hated We Made It, now an officially barely soccer podcast.
Barely soccer. Today we're talking a little bit of soccer, but we're also going to talk about the leaked WAC 100 phone call. Why did Nipsey Hussle actually get killed? And Rihanna's pregnant.
I know we're like you're thinking, but that sounds fun to me. Like I'm very excited. I would love for you to pull me a WAC 100 audio tape, me listen to react. That sounds like a good time for me. Instead of me talking about things like only this podcast does, like Europa Conference League action, while everybody was watching West Ham and whatever and Leicester, I was watching Europa Conference League. I was watching Conference League action, and I was very invested.
ASAP Rocky, they found some guns in his house.
Yeah, now he walk around in denim, must be nice.
But yeah, We Made a podcast, episode 251. Make sure you subscribe if you're here. We are black, by the way.
By the way, in case you didn't know, we made it black podcast.
Yes. Next month is our 5th year anniversary.
Yeah, we were here before it was cool.
We were here before it was cool to be black. But yeah, Caesar, today we're going to talk about Champions League recaps a little bit. Mm-hmm. I didn't watch any of Europa League nor highlights, but you did watch Feynoord versus Marseille, so we'll talk a little bit about that.
Big Dutch battle. And
then we're also going to talk a little bit about this list I came across on ESPN FC, 39 best players under 21. And it was cap and it was trash and it was garbage. But Caesar, we both watched on Tuesday a great match, finished with 7 goals, live tweeted on We Made It Podcast Twitter, Manchester City versus Real Madrid. 0 Champions Leagues versus how many they got? 12? 13?
No, 13, yeah.
13. God. Boy.
Number 1 in the world.
They won 10 and then came back and won 3 in a row. Did you forget? The game was lit though. Crazy. Caesar, I'm just getting into setting up, you know what I mean, my live tweet action.
No, you're good.
No, I'm saying like the match.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kind of, settling in. And then all of a sudden, Kevin De Bruyne, aka De Bruyne Kevin, the Black Belgian, scores a header because Danny Carvajal is washed. 2nd minute, I was like, oh, damn. Then I'm like, oh my God, okay. I'm watching the match. Maybe I can pull up the live tweets. That's annoying. Then Gabriel Jesus scores another goal in the 11th minute. Ball comes in. David Alaba kind of misses the ball. Gabriel Jesus is able to turn around and shoot it in. I would say like those 2 goals are kind of like, one, the Gabriel Jesus goal is like a defensive mistake. The other, the Kevin De Bruyne goal, it's kind of just like defensively, like you're not like in the game yet. Like you're thinking like Man City is just going to be like playing around, and like Riyad Mahrez was like, I'm gonna pick that out. Like I feel like that's when the game started, around like after Gabriel Jesus' goal. Real Madrid kind of got back into it. I'm gonna try to pull up my live tweets real fast.
You're good.
I'm actually Twitter's annoying, by the way.
Twitter's been extra gross lately. You know what's the most rampant? Those topics things. I gotta like remove them over and over. I keep getting like messy topics over and over, and I'm like, this is just infuriating.
Okay. So, it was funny after the Kevin De Bruyne goal. I seen Kevin De Bruyne try to like kick a ball past Militao and try to run it, and Militao was like, "Nah, dog, I'm not about to get outran."
No, I may mess up a little bit, but you're not gonna burn me.
You're not. I'm not letting that happen. You sunburned, and I'm not about to let you outrun me right now. but yeah, then City scored that goal in the 11th minute. Um, I do feel like Danny Carvajal was a liability defensively for sure.
He's felt like that a couple times this year.
Yeah,
Hate to say it, he's getting a little shaky back there.
for sure. Every time I said this early, but like right before Benzema's first goal, every time Real Madrid like was doing a little something, they would turn the ball over and City looked like they're about to score.
Yeah, in City, it's like every time Real Madrid would make like a little mistake, or like let's say like Courtois does one of his infamous like weird lob kicks that gets intercepted. It would just like lead to like just destruction of like they would just run full speed. Like how Liverpool looked against Villarreal, that same heat was barreling down Real Madrid. Obviously, Real Madrid is a way better team. So it's just like, oh my God. But I mean, it led to like, especially the first goal. I'm like, God damn, come on, man. I was just tweeting the bam. God.
Chill. But right after I tweeted that, David Alaba had a close header. And then right after that, Benzema scores that goal. Really, like, you definitely don't have no business actually scoring that necessarily. Ferland Mendy sent in a nice cross, teed it up, saw Benz, sent it in. Benzema kind of swept it in there with his left foot with somebody on his back. And that's, okay, Real Madrid's back in the match. And it was like a little bit after you told me like they were hating on Mendy too.
Yeah, they were. There was a couple moments where I'm like, wow, I can't believe they said it. And then something happens. I'm like, of course. That game was like honestly high octane at the beginning. It was hard to like keep up.
100%. Real Madrid was getting back into the match more after that first goal. And at halftime, it went into halftime 2-1. John Stones came out for Fernandinho in the first half too. I guess John Stones was hurt. But yeah, 2-1 going into the second half. Actually came back into the second half late, but fairly early into the second half. Actually, when was it? In the 53rd minute, Phil Foden scored. Fernandinho took that ball down the sideline and sent it in, and Phil Foden just got that header. Bing!
Bing bong.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Carvajal was over there too. It was rough. I don't know. Carvajal is like, he's washed. I said that they should have started Nacho at right back.
I think that's not a bad idea also.
Nacho never lets people like do him dirty. He never lets do Nacho dirty.
Yeah, Nacho's like the kind of person like I'd rather just take this yellow card and let you like give up something that's gonna be way more impactful on us if we take a L, which I respect him. That's a real vet right there. That's a real solid vet. Like that's a vet move.
He never gets red cards,
and he's still like athletic enough to like
still
keep up with the best of them.
Carvajal
does feel very like it feels like he used to kind of have like I want to say it's like more flexible hips or something. He feels a little more stiff and a step slower now.
You know who it looks like now? Looks like watching Marcelo.
It does, yeah. Like it's like they were just such versatile, fast, really good up the field fullbacks that like it's like their hips caught up to them. We're just like your body can only take. I mean, out of all the fullbacks, them dudes was running more than anybody. That was nuts. Especially Carvalho back in the day was like a missile. It was insane. But he started to get kind of a couple more injuries over and over. And you know how it is, Bam. It just your body at some point can't just come back to regular.
I wouldn't give up on him yet because I remember a season Sergio Ramos looked like he had lost it, and then the next season he was good.
So, yeah, sometimes it just takes time. You know what I mean? But this season it has looked rough, and I know that they've been kind of like looking out there in the market and stuff, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, it has looked rough.
Okay. After that, we've seen one of the best individual goals you're ever going to see recently. Vinicius Jr., who we made a podcast, was the first people to really talk about him like that.
Extensively.
Damn, who passed him that ball? Oh, Mendy. Mendy passed that ball. You know what? Because I was like, damn, does Mendy get an assist for that?
You're insane. There's no assist in that.
I mean, why not? Just because it was in his own half?
He only ran 68 yards.
Yeah, but hey.
Give him a pass completion for that.
Mendy passes the ball to Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr. takes the risk and lets it run. and it runs right in between the legs of his grandpa, Fernandinho. Uh, then Vinicius Jr. is off to the races. Now, what was annoying was hearing the ESPN FC people say, like, oh, why didn't Laporte do this? Why didn't people do that? It's like, dog, Vinicius Jr. is running a million miles an hour. Like, they're just running. They're like, why didn't he close him down? I'm like, he can't. He's out. He's being outrun, dude. He can't close him down.
Like, oh, they should have did this and this. Dog, it's too late.
Yeah,
literally that play was like 7 seconds.
He's
like
faster than
it's
him.
It's done. But
Yeah.
when you realize there's things you need to do, he's already at the goalie. It was so fast that the goalie couldn't do it. I was like, the goalie's just trying to like make things happen.
It was so annoying that they were trying to like make that about a defensive mistake. I'm like, dude, he's running.
Fernandinho couldn't have done nothing about that.
Fernandinho like went up to the ball and it got him. Like, that's fine, whatever. That happens to anybody. But whoever else, Laporte or whoever it was, Diaz, like Vinicius Jr. is faster than them. The only thing they can try to do is like get the angle. That's the only thing they can't close him down. They can't catch him.
They were missing two of their probably faster fullback players.
Yeah, Kyle Walker could probably
at least do some semblance of recovery. Yeah. And Cancelo maybe got a little better close to than Fernandinho. But like it's done though. Like that's the point of those skill moves, is to like catch a defender off balance and get the upper edge and explode. And Vinicius is gone. He's one of the faster players in the world. He's crazy. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
If he got hawked, I would have been tripping. I'm like, oh my god.
If one of them dudes could like actually make up ground on him, I would have been tripping.
Oh yeah, I would have been like, this is just like Nacho versus Boomerang. This is crazy.
Exactly. But he barrels down the field.
Yeah,
Laporte, whoever it was, Diaz tries to get the angle.
Not Laporte. What do you? It was Diaz.
Diaz, whatever. They're the same. Diaz is trying to get the angle. He can't do it. Vinicius Jr. gets down there, scores a beautiful goal, solo goal. One of the better goals you're ever going to see. Honestly, like
that goal is like, of course, the highlight reel skill dummy move. Like, Bam does love a dummy, but also dummy nutmeg, which is insane.
Yes.
Just absolutely insane. But like pure hustle, drive, determination finish. Like that wasn't even a skill finish. It was just throwing your whole soul into trying to get this goal.
Yes.
And that's how I feel about Vinicius. Like a lot of it, even like, of course, he does a lot of skillful stuff, but a lot of the goals and assists he's gotten this season is just like because of his determination. Like, we've said this before, like even when he had low like goal numbers, it's like, yeah, but you're really hard pressed anybody working hard on him. He works, it bothers me. I'm like, God damn, you don't have to come back this far. God, he's like making tackles, getting yellow cards. I'm like, dog, chill.
Literally, Vinicius Jr. sweats so much, and I don't think I've seen Messi sweat once this season.
Vinicius, every game, Vinicius comes out, looks like he just ran like a marathon, like
literally.
And I'm sure his probably running stats are insane. Like he probably goes crazy
for sure. I don't think I've seen Messi wipe his brow one time this season.
No. Especially the guy who they said has had a great year.
Oh God. Also, I did notice, I think Pep was started 5 left-footed players, and that's annoying that they won after that, because you had Mahrez, Silva, Laporte, Foden, Laporte, and Zinchenko.
Yeah, that's insane. That's actually a violation.
I'm mad that they won.
The international code of conduct is no more than 3.
Yes.
No more than 3. And I don't even want to see 3 in the front line. It better be like 1 in the back, and you can have 1 up top, and it better be 1 somewhere else.
Can you imagine 3 left-footed players?
Who did that? Who was the team that did that? We got mad about. Was it PSG or something that one year? We had some team where like, you're not going to be successful because there's too many lefties out there.
It was PSG, but it wasn't like they had 3 up top, but they were having like Rabiot.
It was like, because when they had Rabiot, they had Di Maria, they had Sarabia. I'm like, dog, there's too many left feet out there.
Thiago Moto was left-footed.
Matuidi's left-footed. Stop. Even Matuidi is too many, dog.
It's a credit to Pep that he can get 5 left-footed players and they can still play well, because
only Bam would say, it shows a credit to Pep that he got 5 lefties to work on the field together. No one's ever said this.
I'm not even joking, because most systems, like the players will end up just flowing the ball one way, but the way Pep has them drilled, they're not doing that. And I can respect that from Pep. But don't ever put 5 left-footed players out in the field again, ever again.
So this is last warning.
And it was funny because literally right after I said that, Bernardo Silva scored that goal. But it was an interesting goal because I do think that the Real Madrid players kind of stopped because Cruz fouled Mahrez, I think. I can't remember. Kind of close to the box. And like the Real Madrid players kind of like froze for a second, and Bernardo Silva just like kind of got the ball and kept going, shot the ball and it went in. And it was also near Danny Carvajal. And at that point it was 4-2. Danny Cedric Ceballos came on for Modric a little bit after that. And
Hey, Ceballos got a little thing on. He's a good dog. The homie said Ceballos be working. I think Ceballos literally just gets better because he practices Real Madrid.
Literally, I tweeted like every time he dribbles, it looks like he's about to fall.
He does look kind of like his legs are goofy. That's what it is.
Very.
That's the homie though.
What's the name? Okay, so after that, a ball came in, and when I watched it, I was like, damn, it looked like there was a handball kind of. And all the Real Madrid players going crazy. I'm like, damn, that might have been a handball. You see that replay? I'm like, oh, you got to call that, buddy. It was a handball. Benzema steps up after having 2 penalties saved against Osasuna. Not missed, saved.
They were literally saved.
Saved.
And I was like, Earth is not fair.
He steps up and Panenka's Ederson neck tattoo.
He doesn't just panenka. He's not paneking like a Osasuna goalie. Like he's paneking Ederson neck tattoo, who is a certified baller goalie. And he was like that. That means nothing to me.
He's like, I'm about to give you this sauce.
The best thing is like the replay of the fan behind the goal, like doing like the middle finger or whatever, and then they like watching it, they go like. Because you're just watching Ederson do this, you're like, oh no, like, and it was kind of a high one. It was a little scary.
Oh, he went like way up there.
I was like, I was like, damn, it'd been really dope. The goalie still missed it in the middle because it was so high. That'd be so G'd up.
It would have been funny if he like fell down and it was still coming so slow. He was able to come in and get it.
The best is like if I want to see a PK where someone slow balls it. But a goalie guessed so hard, he's like scrambling to come back and it just rolls all slowly. And I'm like, damn, that's hard. But yeah, that Panenka was filthy by Benzema. Oh my god, dude.
Yes.
What can this man not do? Jesus Christ.
Seriously. What's the name? Some kid ran on the field and then some dude came on the field. I think he had a Poland flag.
He did. I was like,
what are ye doing?
I was like, you got the wrong flag, dog.
You feel me? But the match did end 4-3. City won at home. It's a great match, beautiful goals.
3-2?
No, 4-3 to City.
4-3. Jesus Christ, I forgot how big that scoreline was.
Yeah. And I put that there's any team can win it going back to Madrid next week. Like there's definitely
that's true.
City, obviously they won that match. They're up by 1 goal, but it's any team's match. Like both teams are really good. Both teams, like it's really nice to watch this match. Both teams have like different styles, different types of players, and they both play really, really good. Like it's really fun to watch. You got all these midfielders out there for City. Pep's style is like really Pep is starting 3 center backs. He's doing like a 3 in the back system. And it's just like really nice to see these 2 styles clash like against each other and it'd be a really good game. I think City will have Kyle Walker and Cancelo back.
Oh God.
Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken. But everybody played well on both teams except for Danny Carvajal, really. Rodrigo played well too. There was a shot. I think there's a point where he should have taken a shot, but he kind of like passed the ball to Vinicius Jr., who was offsides already. I'm like, damn dog, you should have just shot that.
Rodrigo played really good. And also and on Man City side, I thought Rodri played really good too. He's really good. He's a baller. Yeah, they had a couple players. I wouldn't say necessarily their back line, but I would say like they were kind of doing the thing. There was close opportunities for Sterling missed, and there was some close opportunities they could have converted it to make it a bigger game. So they just kind of
Diaz missed a couple ones
yeah,
that came in the box.
at the end of the game, he was like, "That was a lot of fun and everything," but like honestly, we don't. The reason why the score was so close because we missed opportunities.
Mm.
That's the game though. The game is like that. A lot of
Yeah,
it is
you're not
just
going to
when you
score every time.
capitalize or not. So
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm excited for that second leg.
me
Also, we had
too.
Liverpool versus Villarreal. That went pretty much how we expected. But I'll say this:
Hmm.
Liverpool only scored 2 goals. They were on Villarreal heavy.
I
Villarreal
mean,
definitely looked like amateurs compared to them in a lot of ways. Liverpool is a relentless team. I think I had tweeted that they need to like Liverpool's strength and conditioning coach needs to get paid as much as Klopp. I don't know how many times I got to say that Klopp himself has admitted he doesn't really have tactics.
he got re-upped on the extension though.
Yes, he did sign that extension to 2026. But Liverpool's a better team than them. But look, we've seen Villarreal do some amazing things, and the fact that Liverpool only scored 2 goals, like as low as concerning can be, I think it's concerning. Like 3% concerning that Villarreal could end up getting 2 goals in the first half against Liverpool somehow, and like it gets tricky towards the end.
Yeah. When they got to head back to
Villarreal,
Spain and the Villarreal, it's that one goal, that first goal that comes in. They're gonna be that place is gonna be rocking. It's gonna be
exactly.
nuts. So I saw a video of this garbage English dude ripping on Villarreal, saying like,
I saw that too. Those were
yeah,
ridiculous.
which is just he's just like those reactionary people. He just wants like reactions, and I think that like the coach for Saint Etienne, I believe, or a player
Hmm.
that responded to it and said like, this is kind of crazy because this is a team that literally bounced Juve, bounced Atletico, and like bounced another like just on the path to getting here.
Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich. They bounced 3 great teams to get here. So I wouldn't say this is like an easy road, like oh, it was skipping. Like they had a tough road to get here. It's like almost like Villarreal's giving me like that disrespect that Ajax had when they were making that run where it's like, hey, soccer, you never know what can happen, any day. So you come back home, both next the first games are both in England. Now the next games are both going to be in Spain, and that means the country's going to be rocking for some soccer. It'll be nuts out there. So Villarreal is going to be nuts. The Real Madrid game is going to be that's going to be a lot of like soccer energy going on. So you both teams just get that 1-0 start. That could be a completely different game. You never know.
Exactly. Okay, Europa League. I did not watch either match, but West Ham did lose to Eintracht Frankfurt 2-1.
Okay,
And
boring.
Red Bull Leipzig did beat Rangers 1-0.
Love that. I hope they beat them 15-0 because we don't rock with Rangers around
You
here.
don't get down with Rangers.
I don't get down with Park Rangers.
The Queen is dead. Long live the Queen.
I'm sorry. But when I looked at the Europa schedule and I saw Frankfurt versus West Ham, I was like, geez, that should be Conference League action. Let's get
Exactly.
Marseille, Feynoord in Europa League, please.
Seriously. Speaking of Europa Conference League, Roma and Leicester City drew 1-1.
Boring.
And Feyenoord and beat Marseille 3-2. I haven't watched the highlights yet, but Caesar watched most of that match.
Yes, I did at the barbershop. It was absolutely insane. The Marseille showing crazy resolve, which means they're going to lose on Wednesday in Liga. But whenever they do this, I know that this game took so much. Like the only reason Feyenoord like we even got up is because they just had so much energy. Like the place looked like there was 140,000 people in the stadium. Like everybody was so tight, and me and Bam's boy was in the audience. That cutie Van Persie was out there chilling in the crowd with his kid and his wife. Because he did his hometown club right there. That's a club he played for when he retired too, and he's from there.
Robin Van Persie?
Yeah.
That's where Feyenoord. I'm sorry. I was thinking about Frankfurt.
No, he's from Feyenoord. Yeah, that's where he's from. And he played there before he retired. So he's out there in the crowd, doing his thing. But it was nuts. Like everyone, and it was really cute. They handed out these scarves that were half Marseille, half Feyenoord. So everybody's like wearing like these half scarves. and like they're all black jackets because everybody's wearing black. So it's like just black with like heads bouncing in a crowd. They were going nuts, dog. It was a beautiful environment. Really cool to see that too. Definitely a COVID bomb. So it was an intense game. They went up 2-0. A lot of like mistakes were happening with the back line between Chaleta,
Chaleta Sar, something like that.
Chaleta. It what it looked like to me was the midfield was working really hard in Marseille, but the back line, even Ranger, like they were like responding after the play initiates. So like instead of anticipating, they were responding, and that led to like 2 errors. And Feyenoord has like this center forward named like Demirs or something. This big dude, he was putting in work out there, dog. He was just working. He was just getting the ball, holding possession, and they had those 2. Dutch teams always have those wingers that just be zooming. That one dude, Sinister or something like that. His name is Sinister. Dope ass last name. Something like that. Sinister, dope last name. He was out there zooming. So went up 2-0. Marseille was able to get 2 back. A beautiful goal by Jerson and a beautiful goal by Big African Yang. Got that ball, rocketed it on the goalie's near side. Like goalie just jumped, but the ball was already in the goal by the time he jumped. It was and then when he saw him run away, I'm like, that guy's got to weigh like 190 pounds. He's insane shape. But yeah, it looked really good. Bakamo didn't really play that well. He got subbed off early. Also, I think who also made mistakes is everybody's favorite midfielder, Karamu, whatever his name is.
Kamara.
He was like making a couple mistakes, and the weird thing about him, it's like he's very blamey too. Like he was like kind of like pointing at this and like slapping his hands on the ground. I'm like, calm down, dog. The almost 3-3 goal, Guendouzi gave this insane pass that was like, it was like so perfect. Like, I don't know how you make a pass like that. And he was running full speed. Like he's running full speed with the ball. And he gave this like loop around pass. It was just so nice, but it didn't turn into a goal. That was my highlights. 3-2. That's a great result for Marseille going back. Because if they thought it was rocking over there in Netherlands, wait till they go back to the hood. And they come back to the hood, it's gonna be rocking in Marseille. Just bet.
I wanna find that Guendouzi
that Guendouzi passes, which these are the things I'm supposed to tell you, right? Like that's what you want to hear. Yeah. You're like, how come you didn't tell me Guendouzi did this pass? Come on, how come you didn't tell me Guendouzi still to initiate the goal? That's what you always get mad about. So yes, he did that.
That's beef, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it though.
Yeah, Guendouzi had a beautiful pass, dog. Oh my god, just gorgeous.
I honestly love watching him play so much. I just
Me too. He's actually like a joy to watch. The hair bouncing, always running. Actually, on one of the Feyenoord goals, he's like the only one playing defense. He's like jumping from one dude, jumping down. I'm like, dog, he's like actually like jumping on the people who have the ball. Like he's getting to them. I'm like, no, Eric's kind of just watching a little bit. So he'd be grinding out there. Good for him.
To be honest with you, I think that Guendouzi has played in every single match Marseille's played this season.
He's in great shape.
I think so.
He's in great shape. I don't know. I'm actually, if I'm Marseille, I'm pretty impressed with this result. Amir, right? Hariri?
Amin Harit,
sorry. He put 2 people on skates and they fell to the ground. I was like, God damn, dog. Jesus Christ. Like, it's different when you juke people up, but when they like fall over, I'm like, God. Calm down,
okay.
dog.
Okay, I'm seeing this pass right now. It was a through ball, and it was definitely perfectly weighted, but the dude just like fell down. The ball got tackled.
That's a nice pass though.
Yeah, no, he does that. But yeah, we'll see what happens next week with Marseille, and I'll hopefully be able to watch that match.
You better.
Yeah, seriously. I definitely wanted to watch it.
I know.
Okay. This can either be the shortest episode ever, or we can talk about the Vinicius Jr. getting snubbed by ESPN FC article, or we can save that till next week.
Let's talk about it.
Oh,
let's save it next week.
Okay, let's save it next week because Caesar and I did talk for a while before we started recording, and let me tell you what we talked about. I'm sure.
No. Oh my God, it's 6:30.
Yeah. Also, my computer needs an update, and I'm scared it's gonna do something.
Of course, their computer needs an update.
What? But yeah, anyway, episode 251, we made a podcast. Excited for these second legs next week. I'm not counting out any team. I mean, the cool thing is like there's no team that can be counted out in these three semifinal second legs, and that makes for great football.
Yeah, there's some good games coming up, and even in the conference, like the games were all tight. Like, so that's gonna be cool
For sure. Yeah, we made a podcast. Holler.